I'm sure ntse le ipotsa hore na ke mang ngwanana enwana a duletseng hore please subscribe to my channel. Who are you, lady, and what are you all about? Like, you can't just come to us and keep on saying please subscribe, and we don't know who you are. So today, guys, I decided, okay, let me just search for a couple of questions and then answer them. So we are going to pretend as if you guys asked me and I am answering you. So hopefully in the next updated get to know me tag, you guys will get to ask me the questions, then I'll answer. Hey Lovies, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're returning, welcome back, honey. If you're just passing by, I hope you like what you see and become part of the family. So guys, today I decided to do a Q&A, a get to know me tag, because I'm sure you're wondering, who is this lady who keeps on coming to us and busy saying, please subscribe. Who are you, lady, to come and ask us to subscribe even though we don't know who you are and what you're all about? So today I am here to answer some of the questions. So guys, I actually googled some of the questions because I have a low following, so I thought let me take the liberty of actually answering the questions. Then you guys in an updated Q&A, you get to ask me the questions. So guys, please forgive any sounds that you may hear because it's a weekend. So when it's weekend, it's a kind of difficult, to record. And also guys, it's too early to be having wines or champagne, so I'll be sipping on my Milo with coffee and condensed milk. It's very nice, guys. It creates that mocha, coffee. So guys, don't mind me looking at the bottom or on the sides. I just have a notepad where I wrote the questions. Because I use my phone to record. So yeah, I couldn't have the questions on the phone. So first question would be, what are your full names? So my full names are Lebohang. And the second question that I think would be appropriate to be asked or that should follow up is that, what does your name mean? My name means thankful. Just a little story. I'm the first grandchild in the family, so everybody was thankful to having me. So that's why I have that name. The next question is, do you have any siblings? Yes, I do. I have a sibling, not siblings. We are just two girls. So I'm the firstborn, followed by my sister. So also the age gap between us is 7 years. So you can imagine. So the next question is, how old are you? Guys, I want to make it interesting. So comment in the comments below and tell me, how old do you think I am? I'm on the 3rd floor, but do you think that I'm at the early stages of the 3rd floor? Am I mid-30s or am I late 30s? Let us make it interesting, but I'll answer you guys for sure in the comments. So then the next question is, where do you come from? So I come from a small town in the Free State called Vicksburg, which is not so far from Lesotho Maputo. From my home, I think it's about 15 to 20 minutes walk to the border gate. Yes, that's how close it is. So then the next question is, are you named after anyone? Guys, I am not named after anybody or that I know of, and I'm grateful for that. Guys, I don't believe in naming children after people. You know why? Because, for example, if Uncle Who is a drunkard and you name your child after Uncle Who, most likely your child is going to have those characteristics of Uncle Who and become a drunkard. It might be a myth, it might be just a belief, but that's how I think of it. And we are African, guys. That's how we just think or get taught. I know some cultures would say, okay, no, you need to name your kid after who, but I don't believe in that, and I would never do that to my kids in naming them after somebody, because you do not want to pass on certain characteristics or even have generational curses. I wouldn't want that. All right, so the next question is, where were you born? I was born in the Free State, Vicksburg, back in the 1990s, or back in the days when when the hospital was still well equipped with good machines. I tell you guys, today, if somebody is seriously ill, they need to be transferred to Bethlehem or either transferred to Bloemfontein. And Bloemfontein from Vicksburg is about 2 hours. And from Vicksburg to Bethlehem, it's about 1.5 or close to 2 hours, because the road there is actually very, very bad. And it's very scary that the way the roads are so bad, it might happen that, if somebody's critically ill and they need some machineries from the hospital, they may end up dying, on their way there. So, guys, we need our roads to be fixed. Okay, that's not what I'm here for. The next question is, where did you grow up? I grew up in Vicksburg, except for one particular year when I was in primary. I moved to Joburg with my aunt, but it didn't quite work out good. Then I moved back to Vicksburg. So I've been there for almost all my life, until I had to go to university. Then I moved to Vanderbilt. Then moving to the next question is, who did you look up to when growing up? Guys, we all know your famous Nelson Mandela's, Thabo Mbeki, Oprah Winfrey's, and so forth. But I think for me, the one that comes closer to home and the one which was relatable, because I saw them starting their lives from scratch. I saw them when they went through hardships. I saw how did they conquer life. I saw them how did they build their empire. That would be my parents. It was so closer to home, and I think it's so relatable. Unlike people who are not so close to me. I'm not saying your Nelson Mandela's, your Oprah Winfrey don't inspire me, or they were never people that I looked up to. Yes, they were, but my parents, still today, I still look up to them, because I feel like I relate to them, because they are closer to me, because I've seen their journey. I've heard them tell me about certain parts of their journey, which I feel like it's so amazing and it's a great story to tell. The next question, what is your biggest fear? Guys, my biggest fear is having to lose my loved ones. Be it my sister, be it my parents, be it my husband. That is my greatest fear. I know that we are in this world at borrowed time, but guys, the thought of it gives me shivers. I remember in 2004 when my grandmother passed away. Guys, I was so devastated, because people who knew her knew me, and me, I wasn't Lebohang without her, because we were everywhere. We even looked identical. So guys, I remember the way I was so shattered. It took me years to recover, to actually accept that she is gone. I even started questioning God. My relationship with God at the time, it became very shaky, because I was just like wondering, how, God, did you take somebody that I love so much, and she was healing? What then changed? Because she was about to be released at hospital. It was very, very sad. The next question is, what is your favorite childhood memory? The love that I got, guys. The love that I got was unmeasurable. It was beyond me. I felt like I was a celebrity. You know, if I didn't be in any magazine, I'm just surprised. Because when my aunt's friends or my uncle's friends or my parents' friends would come, they would take photos of me, they would bring me gifts, they would bring me snacks, they would buy me a whole lot of things, guys. I used to have a doll my size, I used to have tea sets, I used to have, you know, matching outfits, I used to have anything and everything. That's how much love I got and how special I felt. I really enjoyed my childhood and I'm very grateful and I feel very blessed for that, because guys, some kids today, they don't grow up with that love, which is very painful, because each and every child, whether girl or boy, we all need our parents' love as well as our family's love. But the love that I received was beyond family, and which was very nice. The next question is, I'm not sure if I answered the question of how old am I, or I did, where I said, guys, please comment below to tell me whether I'm in my mid 30s, early 30s, or late 30s. But let's make it fun to say, which of the 30s are you at? Okay, the next question is, are you a good cook and when did you start cooking? Guys, I believe I'm a good cook, because when I'm at home, if my mother is not cooking, they want me to cook. So guys, I remember when I was 7, they used to give me a small stool and then give me a small pot and give me kofiamabele, which is like African pap or porridge, to cook. And because I was a very inquisitive child and liked to explore, when my grandmother would bake, I would be there. When she makes bread, I would be there. When they do laundry, I would be there, and they would give me a small bucket to wash my socks and wash my underwears. So guys, I didn't feel like I was being abused. I felt like I was being taught, because it actually paid off at the end, because you've seen other students or other children when they go to varsity, they struggle because their parents used to do everything for them, or their sisters. Now when they get to varsity, they cannot cook, they live on takeaways. So for me, it was easy for me to be domesticated. And you know, eventually as a woman, when you get married also, it actually is your role to cook, to clean, to do all of these things. And I think also because I have the love and passion for cooking, so at times I would actually even Google recipes that I want to do, I want to try out. I would even ask them at home, please buy this, so that I can do something. So I've always been known for being the cooking type, and I love it. Okay, the next question is, which course did you study and why did you choose it? So guys, I studied human resource management. So the year of my matric, we went to University of the Free State for orientation. When we went there, that's when the course was introduced to me, and I was very intrigued. I think what also intrigued me more, it was people saying that this course is just for hiring and firing people. And then I asked myself, why would you go to varsity to study to hire and fire somebody? So practically, when your job is just like saying, I give you a job and I take you your job, you know. So I was very inquisitive until I went to varsity and actually enrolled for the course. Then I saw that how diverse the course is, and then when I transitioned from varsity to employment, it was a great, you know, not shock, but a love at first sight, because now I got to understand it better, I got to practice it, and I got to understand that it's more than just hiring and firing. Guys, you have your training and development, you have your labor relations, you have your rewards and recognitions, you have your compensation, you have your onboarding, you have recruitment and selection. Guys, HR is very diverse, that even people specialize in certain fields of HR, and some people are just generalists. So, and also, yes, some people would say that it doesn't have money. Comparable to your engineerings, your being doctors and scientists, yes, the money is not the same. But guys, you can't be at entry level and expect to earn so much, because life begins in some way. But as you go through the corporate ladder, then guys, you will earn the money, because I mean, like, you have roles like HR executive, you even have human capital general manager. So those roles, they pay quite good. That's why, guys, it's important to study further and further to also develop yourself, so that you can go for those roles. Because just having your basics or just having an entry qualification, sometimes in those roles you miss them out because of that. But it does have money. I just preached. The next question is, are you in a relationship? I used to be in a relationship, guys, and I transitioned to marriage from being a girlfriend to being a wifey. The next question is, what is the age difference between you and your sibling? Like, I'm not sure if I mentioned earlier on when I was mentioning how many siblings we have, but the age gap between us is 7 years. Then the next question is, what is the age difference between you and your husband? The age difference between the two of us is 3 years, which is very great. Somebody may think that the respect is not there, but it's very there, guys. It's very there. And I think it's because also age doesn't go with maturity, because you still find people that are younger and very matured, and you find people that are old but are not matured. So then, guys, so do you have any children is the next question, and the question is not yet, but at the right time when the Lord blesses us, we will. Then the last question is, how did you meet your husband? I remember, guys, it was in 2019, and I had just gotten out of a relationship in mid-2018, and I told myself I want nothing to do with relationships. I'm just going to focus on myself. I'm getting tired of these heartbreaks. But then God decided that, girl, I am finally blessing you with your person. So it happened that in February, we were going to a club that was being opened in front of our University of Technology called Point One. We were going with housemates and friends. As we were going, then we got to the club. When we got to the club, you can imagine how packed it was, because it was an opening. So when we got there, it was very packed. Then we saw a table with 2 gentlemen. We asked if we could sit and share the table with them. They were actually Congolese. They were very nice and said, yeah, no, sure, you guys can share the table. Then we sat there, bought our drinks and everything. Then I think he was their friend and he came to join them a bit later. When he came there, I was busy talking to my friends, and then as I was talking to them, then he later poked me. When he poked me, I'm like, hello. He's like, my name is Neema. I'm like, okay, my name is Lebohang. Then I turned around to talk to my friends. Because now, guys, when I go to fun, I don't want to be irritated. I just go there to have fun, not be approached. Then he's like, can I have your numbers? I refused. I used to get angry when guys used to ask me out. I would get so angry that when I get into the house, I would tell them that, yo, today, who, or this guy, he asked me out. That's how I was. So many times that eventually I gave it to him. Then just to make sure, he then decided to call me at the very same moment. After calling, then I saved the numbers. Then the next day we started video calling. He started calling me, checking up on me when I'm at work. I used to check up on him. Guys, that's how it then blossomed into a marriage eventually. So that's how I met hubby. This gives you some picture of who Lebohang is and what Lebohang is all about. I hope that in the next updated Q&A, you guys will get to ask me questions. Then I'll get to answer them. But I hope you liked this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you in the next one. Bye.